First at 4, the governor's message to Michigan students: get ready to go back to class. She talks about why it's critical and how to do it safely. We're monitoring new information on Tiger Woods this afternoon. The latest on his condition and what comes next for the golf legend. Plus, good afternoon, Ben. It is gorgeous out there.
It is, Karen, and it is a good afternoon. We've got more mild days ahead, but can we top the 50s that we're getting this afternoon? We'll look really hard at that right now. First at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. This is First at 4, and we begin with Governor Gretchen Whitmer making the case for a return to in-person learning, even as another local county steps up vaccine efforts. Macomb County now partnering with the Smart Bus system to open a vaccination site for seniors. It's all at the Sterling Heights Senior Center at Utica and Dodge Park Roads. Vaccinations are for those 60 and older by appointment only, and Smart will provide transportation for those who need rides. Now remember, we're assembling vaccine information from all over Metro Detroit at clickondetroit.com. Make sure to check that out. Meantime, now the return to in-person learning. Governor Whitmer talked about that hot topic just a couple hours ago during her latest COVID update. Now, while she didn't issue any new policies, the governor made it clear she's hoping as many students as possible are back in class by March 1st.
While some students and families have been successful with distance learning, far too many have struggled. A significant loss of classroom hours and instruction time have long-term consequences on a child's long-term development. And right now, tens of thousands of vulnerable children in Michigan risk falling through the cracks.
The governor also re-emphasized the safety precautions schools should take. They include mask wearing, spacing desks, and making hand washing a priority. She also suggests schools implement a cohort model dividing teachers and students into groups that actually stay together throughout the school day. The governor says data over the past year shows schools are not a significant source of large COVID-19 outbreaks among young children. Meantime, after being closed for months, the Detroit Public Schools Community District is reopening their learning centers. Most staffers have been vaccinated, and the district is taking necessary steps to keep students from getting sick. The state's largest district hopes in-person learning will return by mid-March. Now, that's if Detroit's COVID-19 positive infection rate remains at 5% or lower. Also today, we do have some encouraging new information on Johnson & Johnson's single-dose vaccine. FDA staffers say it is effective and safe to use. That analysis is critical, but it's just one step toward emergency use authorization. This vaccine is 72% effective at preventing moderate to severe COVID-19 in the U.S. It also has milder side effects. And the new data reveals it is more effective than previously thought against that South African variant that has emerged. New at 5, Dr. Frank McGeorge has spent all day long digging through all that research, and he's going to have a closer look at what it all means for you and your family and what comes next. Now, a few final notes on the coronavirus. We just got those new numbers from the state. In the past 24 hours, we have lost 9 more Michiganders to the virus, plus more than 1,200 new cases have been reported by the state. The state's chief medical executive director, Dr. Janae Caldoun, says the percentage of positive tests continues to trend down. Right now it stands at 3.5%. You know what's not going down? The mercury. It's going up. In the 40s, I think the 50s, Ben. Everyone is smiling in the newsroom. We all are talking about it. Like, man, it feels like it's barbecue weather. I know it's extreme, but we haven't seen a day like this.
Yeah, I mean, we're still in February. Hard to believe because you're right. It does kind of have that spring feel to it. But you just knew walking out the door this morning that this was going to be a warm one. And look at these temperatures, at least in the metro zone. We did top 50 degrees in a couple locations, still 51 at City Airport, Grosse Ile at 50. We've come down off of those 50-degree highs there at Detroit Metro Airport right now. But the rest of the area, very similar to what we saw yesterday, if not just a little bit warmer, was with the help of the sunshine, although the clouds starting to stack up. There's a little bit of precipitation to the north of us, which should stay that way. We'll talk about that in a very similar situation for tomorrow, but you can see those temperatures are going to fall fast tonight. 30s by midnight. We'll talk more about what's to come for the weekend in a few minutes, Karen.
Right. Thank you, Ben. Millions of golf fans remain so concerned about Tiger Woods this afternoon. He's still hospitalized after a scary SUV rollover in California. We are learning more about his injury, so it's time to bring in Kimberly Gill. She's been working this story from the newsroom. And Woods' injuries, Kim, are really extensive.
Yeah, they really are. And Karen, good afternoon to you. The injuries would be extensive for really anybody, but especially for one of the best-known athletes in the world who was still hoping to play more world-class golf. By now, you've probably seen the video of the smashed SUV that Woods was pulled from. Doctors say the crash shattered Woods' tibia and fibula on his lower right leg in multiple locations. Other injuries to the foot and ankle required screws and pins. Woods was awake after a long surgery and is recovering in a hospital room. We don't know when he might be released. There are questions, though, about whether he can play golf again. But famous fans and the PGA commissioner say there are bigger concerns right now.
Tiger wants to talk about the golf, we'll talk about the golf. All the energy right now is going to be poured into supporting him in the days and months ahead.
Love watching him play and being on the tour and competing. But at this point, it's not about golf. It's about his quality of life and being there for his kids.
Yeah. Well, as we've reported, Woods was alone in the car. No charges are filed, and there's no evidence he was impaired. This was the 10th surgery for Woods, who suffered knee, back, and neck problems for more than a decade. He's come back before. We know a lot of fans are hoping he can do it again. Karen, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kim.
Sure.
Well, many local teachers are reluctant to return to the classroom for face-to-face instruction. One district has teachers ready, waiting, and really excited to go back Monday without reservations. Paula Tutman joins us live. Paula, this is exciting to hear about excitement.
Yeah, it really is. And it has to do with really one word, shot. Make that 2 words. 2 shots. 3 words. Both of them. Today's a big day for the Wayne Westland Community School District. Of the nearly 1,700 teachers, bus drivers, food service workers, and general staffers, everyone who wants a vaccine has gotten them. Both. As the district arranged for clinics to be set up just for school staff. And those clinics administered the last shots yesterday, just in time for the first face-to-face learning since March 2020.
We got to take care of our adults, because if we don't, our kids can't thrive.
I'm so excited. When Wayne Westland provided that, I just was ecstatic because we're going back March 1st. So how timely that was, and to give us the time off to do that. We're doing no live sessions. So even though I'm working today, I'm at home. So if I start to not feel good, I'm home.
Today, teachers are in classrooms getting ready for Monday, when the district will go to a 2 full days a week hybrid schedule. And Laura Janik, a kindergarten teacher, is ecstatic.
To have that added dose of protection makes me feel so much better. I have an 81-year-old mom that I have to help care for, me and my family. I don't want to spread it and possibly give it to her.
Here's the bottom line for teachers. When they didn't feel safe going back into the teaching environment, it was an additional stressor.
I would have done it. I would not have felt comfortable. I need this job, and I love my job.
Teachers are essential workers, and these teachers feel like their safety concerns have been honored, and it makes Monday a dream instead of a dread. Think about the kind of teaching that's being done, especially with younger children.
I have to give them love and nurturing just as much as I'm teaching them education. It's not like they sit at a desk like a college student. I am holding their hand when they're scared. I'm rubbing their back if they're struggling and they feel like they can't do it, and I'm prodding them on. So I don't want to stop being me as a teacher.
You know what? The staffers I'm talking to, they're so excited. They believe this is just in the nick of time. Indeed, the incubation period isn't quite over Monday, but they still feel really good about this. Karen, think about this. There are children who have never been in a classroom setting. Think about preschoolers and kindergartners. So this is very, very exciting for them to start school on Monday.
It's going to be fun to see those first day of school pics. You know what I mean? For them, it'll be exciting.
Yeah, right.
Really will.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Paula. Still ahead, first at 4. You probably heard about the recent legal troubles for rock star Bruce Springsteen. Well, new today, got a big turnaround in his DUI case. Also, we'll tell you about an ongoing cemetery disaster. The details of what's happening to some buried remains is heartbreaking. First, a car fire rescue will show you dramatic